Hey guys, how's it going? My name is R35olution and today we're playing the Excavation of Hob's Barrow. We're back in it again. We're playing another game from the April 2024's Humble Monthly Choice Bundle. It's another game that's in there. It's a story-driven narratives and apparently there's some folk horror in this. Now, if you followed me for a while, you know that I'm not great with horror games. So we'll see how this goes. Right, we're in this to play the first hour. Whether I continue with the first hour or not, we'll see. Right? New game. Let's jump in. I hate horror, by the way. I'm playing this at night and I'm not happy. So it looks like it's a click and point game. Ooh. Very environmental. The ambiance is amazing. Pixel art does its thing, that's for sure. Gives you just enough information, but sometimes not enough to make your mind wonder.
Ah, Miss Bateman.
Ah, yes.
Welcome back to Ticehurst House. It's been quite some time.
Well, has it now? And?
Terrible weather this evening, is it not?
Why are you
Nurse
standing
Blaketon
outside
has
the
had
rain?
enough of me smoking inside. Makes her cough, you see.
Okay.
A bit of rain won't kill me, will it?
Lightning will.
You mustn't be interested in me nattering on. Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper.
Lovely.
You look pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside. You'll catch your death out here.
And? Okay. The Excavation of Hob's Barrow. Is that blood? I like to think that's wax. Wait. Why is there a train?
Dearest mother,
Yes?
I hope this letter will reach you.
I've got the click. Of course.
I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories.
I'm getting chills. We haven't gone anywhere yet, and I've got chills running up my spine.
What I am about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience.
This game is somewhat a little bit slow, but we'll get the sheep. That sheep don't look that right.
I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night.
That sheep looked like there was something wrong with it.
As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Yeah, Mr. Shoulder. Oh god, the close-up. The close-up. The pixelated close-up.
The letter brought me to the isolated village of Bewley, deep in the moors.
I understand what this game is trying to do. It's trying to create a narrative, a cinematic narrative, using pixel art and storytelling. And close-ups. Bewley! Alright, we've arrived by the looks of it.
No station master in sight. I hope the village isn't too far away. I can't recall our exact meeting place. Mr. Shoulder mentioned it in his letter.
Left click to walk or interact. Right click to examine. To access the inventory menu, move your mouse cursor to the top of the screen. Left click on an inventory item to select it, right click to examine it. Once an inventory item is selected, you can right click to deselect it. You can double click on an exit to teleport directly to it. The game will occasionally autosave. You can also save anytime via the menu. So escape, quick save, quick load. This is a very old school game. Spacebar, hold, show interactable hotspots. Understood. Let's test out the spacebar real quick. Game save. Nice. I like this. Let's maybe have a look at the sign.
If I take the sign, how would the trains know where to stop?
Good question.
Really, I have great expectations for this, Barrow.
What about the tracks?
My mother always told me not to walk on railway tracks. The
Good
tracks look
advice.
quite untarnished. I don't think many trains come through here.
Well, no. If it's untarnished, that means it hasn't seen a lot of rain. Huh.
Hello? Hello there? The post looks unattended.
All
A
right.
door of fine construction.
So it looks like there's nothing else we can click. We've right-clicked and left-clicked and everything.
I ought to read Mr. Shoulder's letter again. I can't recall the name of our meeting place.
Okay. So, there we go. So we've got some money.
I have 6 shillings and 2 pence. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow. I don't like travelling with too much money on me.
That's not a lot of money, to be honest.
A gift from my mother. It bears my initials, TB.
Okay. Dear Miss Bateman, I write this letter in the hope of piquing your curiosity. I read about your expertise in the Barrows, and if I understand correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasures they contain. I live in the village of Bewley, where a most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. The place is steeped in local legend, and there is rumor of secrets to be found deep within. I hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Bewley and excavate the Barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. I shall await your letter. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. That was creepy. That was creepy. Dear Miss Bateman, what marvelous news! I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 14th of this new month at the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. The inn has fine rooms which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to locally as Hobbs Barrow. It's not located on my own land, but we will have no issue getting permission to excavate. I wish you a safe journey. Okay. That's very
I must
polite.
make my way to the Plough and Furrow Inn.
Well, now there's a woman who
Excuse me?
Yes?
which way to
What can
Bewley?
you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
Okay, where's the Plough and
I'm
Furrow
looking
Inn?
for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
Thank you very much. Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Quite. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey.
Okay. Lovely. That was I guess, nice old lady. Is there anywhere? Can I walk this way? No. No, I can just exit.
What brings you to Bewley?
I beg your pardon?
What brings you to Bewley, miss?
Wait, hang on. Why is she out here standing in the rain? We've got nothing to hide anyways.
I'm here to visit a local landmark, Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow? Well, I can't say I've heard of it. For what reason?
I wish to excavate it.
Grave robber, are you?
Not at all. I merely have an interest in antiquities.
That's the same thing.
Not much to be found in Bewley, if you ask me. You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
That was weird. She doesn't know
That was
anything
odd.
about... Exactly. She doesn't know anything about Hobbs Barrow, or she claims to not know anything about Hobbs Barrow, and she's saying, oh, better go back, don't say I didn't warn you. Where are the trumpets coming from? Where are the trumpets coming from? What's the point of this walk? That's not quite half a mile. Crow?
The old
Door?
woman told me to go straight ahead to get to the inn. I'll have time to explore tomorrow.
Okay, so I'm guessing this is Bewley.
The old woman, I'll have time.
Okay, right, so this isn't Bewley?
The old woman, I'll have a humble dwell.
I guess this
The
isn't
path
Bewley.
disappears. The path leads further.
Okay, so we just go straight. Ah, the town square, where the first thing we do is hit on an
Beating raw
anvil.
metal into a fine object is an admirable skill.
A horseshoe.
The horseshoe is nailed firmly to the wall. A finely made horseshoe. The blacksmith must also be a farrier.
Okay.
I didn't come to Bewley to sweep their streets. A simple broom. The anvil is heavy.
I like that there's two different things that you can do. You can
The
touch
bucket
it
is rusty and full of holes.
and
The bucket
examine
has seen
it.
better days. Perhaps this belongs to a merchant. This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone.
Okay. Right, so let's move. So that's a church of some description. That looks like a sign though.
I can't take... The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's.
Okay, lovely. There's a cross.
Quite an ornate construction. This was created with pride and care.
Can't click the bird, that's
The
for sure.
cross denotes this as the site of a market, or perhaps a site of traditional religious significance.
Lovely. There's...
The building is in a dilapidated state.
I like the idea of this woman. She's come out of nowhere from some big city, right? London, for example, walks into a tiny little town, and then as she's going through the town in the middle of the pouring rain, she's going and talking to
A
herself,
local cobbler.
telling her,
Quite an ornate construction.
Oh.
This was created with pride and care.
just repeating her observations out loud to herself in the middle of pouring rain. And just standing there every time she talks, she has to stop. So that's going to be interesting.
A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
All right, that's where the vicar lives.
The Plough and Furrow Inn. The inn where I am to meet Mr. Shoulder.
Ah, I wonder whether he has one or two shoulders.
Plough and Furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room.
Lovely, there's a barrel here. A window box.
The window box is well out of reach. These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them.
Okay, so there's a man here. And another window box. Let's have a chat to the man.
Hello there. What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodden weather?
I mean, we're heading to the Plough and
I'm
Furrow.
heading to the Plough and Furrow.
Bloody good pub, that's. It has the finest ales in the whole county. Oh, I'll take you there if you like.
I believe we are standing directly in front of it.
Oh, so we are. Please,
Yes.
give us a kiss now, won't you?
Oh god, the close-ups. The close-ups. Look. I have no idea what sort of person. Do we humor? No, that's not human. We saw the close-up. There's no way we're going to give him a kiss. We're going to deflect. We're going to be nice. We're going to be polite, right?
Wouldn't your wife disapprove?
My wife? Bloody hell, my wife! My tea'll be on the table at this hour, and if I don't get back, she'll be roaring. Until we meet again.
What a buffoon.
Exactly my thoughts. Okay, this is an
I should
interesting
speak
looking
to the
pub.
innkeeper about a room.
Game saved. Lovely. Painting.
I don't want to take the painting with me.
Well,
It's
I want to have a look
crudely
at it.
painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature.
Aha, Adam and Eve. Alright, what else is there to look at? The menu, the bell, the plates, innkeeper, man, painting, something else. Alright, let's have a look at the menu.
Prices are cheap here.
Bell?
The last orders bell. Saviour of many a life.
Cool.
A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull. A decorative plate depicting a serpent.
Oh, they've
A
got different
decorative
things.
plate. This one depicts a cat.
How can you tell?
A decorative plate depicting an eagle. A decorative plate. This one depicts a dog. A decorative plate depicting a bear.
It's like the Zodiacs.
Painting depicts a rocky edged lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius. A pixie-faced peasant boy painted in a naive style.
I wonder whether this is a real
A
place.
fine exemplar of inebriation.
Alright, let's maybe head in a little bit. Is there anything else? There's paintings, there's mounted, there's
A
fireplaces.
rather miserable looking fellow. He's
Oh,
playing a
God.
board game by himself. I think it's Three Men's Morris.
Huh.
They are engaged in an intense discussion.
Usually 3 men's Morris. Don't you need 3 people to play with?
The innkeeper is a serious looking man. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
Let's look for a room.
I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One night, is it?
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner and tea.
A fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
Okay, so we get our
I
money.
have 6 shillings and 2 pence. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow. I don't like travelling with too much money on me.
Why are you saying that out loud in front of the innkeeper? Makes no sense.
This is payment for the room.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
No, I am not wed.
That's
My
a
assistant
polite
is
way.
arriving in Bewley tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not a problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Here's your key.
In other words, he's
Just
cheap.
go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs. Room number 2.
Thank you.
I
Can I
like
help you with your luggage?
No, thank you, sir. I can manage.
the British. They're very
I should go
polite.
upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
They're very polite in the things they say and do.
They are engaged in an intense discussion.
Well, I'm going to just have a
majestic
click
animal, cut down in his prime.
and examine a whole bunch of
Hello,
things.
sir.
We are in the middle of a discussion here.
Sorry to interrupt. Good afternoon, sir.
No for you here.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's no for you here, lass. Be on your way.
Oh, but I wanted to play with you.
Charming. Good day, sir.
Okay. Looks like there's not much else we can do.
I
So-
don't want to take the painting with me.
I just want to have a look at it. Okay.
This painting shows a Rubenesque figure brushing her hair. Quite unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this.
This tells me there's a
A
lot of
colourful work depicting a bashful knight. It is signed N. Hamley.
very, very.
A biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens.
very traditional fantasy-like pictures and paintings.
I do not need to use the lavatory.
Okay. Let's perhaps go upstairs then and view our room. Freshen up, as they say.
This shall do nicely. Time to change into something more comfortable.
What? Compared to what you're wearing? Pants! Oh, this is unheard of.
Much better.
Unheard of for the time. How dare a woman wear pants? This is blasphemy. But we'll go with it. Let's have a look around. We'll go from left to right, starting with the bowl and jug of water. So
I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me. An
keep
empty
forgetting.
bowl has been provided for washing. A jug of water for drinking or washing.
Okay. Can I wash?
This may come in handy.
No, the bowl you don't want, wait, the jug you pick up. And where are you storing these? Where? Legitimately, I'm kind of concerned for your health and well-being. The fact that you've taken a whole jug of water and have completely shelved it on your person somewhere. I know the choice of words I said.
The wardrobe looks old, perhaps 100 years or more in age.
All right,
I've
what's in
hung
it?
my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty.
Lovely.
A sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller. I've stored my case in there.
Lovely.
A box within a box.
Okay.
I don't wish to take it. A decorative plate depicting a goat.
Ah, the goat. 7 plates, 7 animals.
A painting of surprising quality. It portrays a rocky outcrop overlooking a vast moor. Perhaps a local landmark. A decrepit set of drawers.
Well, we've got matchbox as well.
Complementary matches. Useful.
Ah, yes, to light the candle.
Complementary matches. Useful.
I'm just gonna shelve that as well.
There's
That
only one
understand.
match left though.
See, that understand. You can just put it in the pocket. But the jug of water. Where is the jug of water?
Jammed shut. The wood must have warped over the years.
God damn.
I do feel tired after the trip, but my meeting with Mr. Shoulder must take priority. No doubt the mattress is stuffed with itchy straw.
Lovely. All right, let's head on down. Ugh. All right. Wait, hang on. Has something changed?
A curmudgeonly-looking old fellow. Hello, sir.
Right,
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
you're not local. You've come on that bloody train, haven't you?
What's wrong with the train?
Going to dogs.
What?
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
None of your business, lass.
How
Where's
rude.
your husband?
None of your business, sir.
Ah, you're brave coming in here all on your own.
I'm a grown woman.
I'm Cyril.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril. Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That be none of your business, lass. I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I?
You're
Man just
more
wants
than
to
welcome
enjoy his
to.
ale in peace.
Fine.
I take it you are not enamoured with the railway station.
Bewley's gonna be swarming with outsiders, like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lass.
Why not?
This is our town, our land.
I assure you, I am not here to cause trouble.
We'll see about that, won't we?
Okay.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We're a proud community. I've lived here my whole life. Not much here to interest folks like you.
Folks like me.
Aye.
Bye for now.
Ta-ra, lass.
Okay, so something's amiss here. He's very xenophobic. That's for sure. I guess we talk to the innkeeper?
Miss Bateman, you've transformed.
I feel far more comfortable in my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
I guess you could call me an explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley Kemp.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
Alright, let's ask him a little bit about Bewley first before we go on to Leonard Shoulder.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
I look forward to exploring the village tomorrow.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Okay, what about Stanley Kemp? No, wait, that's you.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16 years.
Long
I worked
time.
as a drover all over the country in my younger days. Saved up my coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
Thank you. I often run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewley.
What about Leonard Shoulder?
I'm looking for a man named Leonard Shoulder.
Aye, I know the man.
I'm to meet him here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you.
I thought we were meant to meet him at 8 a.m.
What can you
Could be
tell
wrong.
me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard, then?
Do we want to tell them the truth? I mean, we've got nothing to hide just yet. There's nothing to prove that no one can't be trusted, I guess.
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
A barrow digger.
What in God's name is that?
Are you familiar with tumuli?
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
I excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics.
Oh.
A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Oh, aye. You're a grave robber.
Oh no, not this
I'm
again.
no such thing.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. I won't tell anyone.
I assure you, my goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find, then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find. I've been excavating barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Oh, aye. Very interesting. But what does old Leonard have to do with this?
He sent me a letter in which he told me about an unusual barrow in Bewley, a site called Hob's Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nowt about a Hob's Barrow.
Really? Okay, so now we know what Barrow is, and I had a funny suspicion when they said horror, I was thinking more like eldritch horror. But it looks like we're great for robbers. We're Indiana Jones without the pizzazz and flair and fame.
Are you sure you've never heard of Hob's Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
Mr. Shoulder said the barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it.
Okay, well, there you go.
Why are you interested in digging around in the dirt, lass? Haven't you better things to do with your time?
I enjoy nothing more than the thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history. I inherited this passion from my father.
Oh, a barrow digger too, eh?
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
Does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
I'm afraid my father's been bedbound by illness for many years.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital. Thanks
Ah.
for your time.
As you were.
There you go.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now. I'll sit down and wait.
Looks like I've just got to chill for a bit. Where's Mr. Shoulder? Is he giving me the cold shoulder?
Where on earth is he? What a waste of time this is turning out to be.
Funny.
Evening there, miss.
Not you again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier. I got home, had my tea, but it gave me an aching belly.
How so?
I felt bad for how I spoke to you. I'm sorry. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Thomasina Bateman.
That's nice of you.
What brings you to Bewley, anyway?
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
Perhaps you know the gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
Should you be drinking? Should you be drinking? Should you be drinking is the real question. I want the information, but should you be drinking? You shouldn't be drinking, buddy.
I really don't think you need another.
Please,
No, you're already drunk.
come on, just one more. Don't you want to hear about old Leonard Shoulder?
Yes! But you
Well,
shouldn't be drinking.
Yes.
Wet my whistle and I'll tell you everything there is to know.
Wait, I'll spit
You
in your
drive a
mouth.
hard bargain, Mr. Tillett. As you wish.
Thank you very much, Miss Bateman.
Oh, well, looks like I've got to buy him an ale now. Now, do I need to go to the
I do
bathroom?
not need...
I have a feeling Mr. Cold Shoulder is in the bathroom, or probably one of these drunk guys.
How can I help you?
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
Oh, there you go, like a full proper pour
There
as
we
well.
are. 2 pence, please.
Running short
Thank
of
you.
money.
This was the last of my money, but
Yeah.
Kenneth will be here tomorrow with more funds.
Alright, well, let's
Please, Miss, then I'll tell you.
let's give the guy a tankard of ale.
Here you are, Arthur.
Thanking you. Well, that hits the spot, that does.
Oh,
lass.
it does, doesn't it?
Now then.
Don't finish it all at once.
Old Len. Leonard Shaw.
See, I told ya. Oh boy.
Arthur? Mr. Tillett? Oh, for heaven's sake. The man is in a drunken stupor.
Well, what do we do now? This is why we shelved the jug of water. This is exactly why we shelved the jug of water. Yeah.
Oh, what the hell was that for?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard Shoulder. Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
Oh god.
This man is unbelievable.
Okay. And so we wait. The day and the night for the man to stop pissing.
It feels like an hour has passed. Perhaps I should go in there and check on him.
God. Really?
Miss Bateman? My apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
Well, that's alright then.
Lovely.
Whoa.
Mr. Tillett?
Hang on, what's with the sound? Holy crap. Okay, I'm starting to get weird vibes now. Oh, chills up and down my spine.
It looks like the towel has not been washed in months. The water is brown, quite ghastly. There's no fresh water in there.
Oh
The
god.
mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime. The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime. The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime. Some excavations are best left to others.
Okay, I missed that the last time. Urinals.
I would rather not get any closer. The smell of urine is nauseating. These look modern. I'm surprised.
Okay. There's a window and 2 doors and a 3rd door. Okay.
Is Mr. Tillett in there? It sounds like someone is in there. Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Push it. Ah. Empty. I see. What about
It
there?
sounds like... Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Oh god. A cat?
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
No, you're not.
The mangy thing is fast asleep.
Do we touch it?
I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven.
Okay, well, there you go.
Can't reach the window from down here. I can see it's still raining out there.
Well, we've got to check the back door.
Cold draft is leaking in from under the door. This leads outside.
But what is that sound, that humming sound?
The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side. think I can hear someone moving around. Mr. Tillett? Arthur, are you out there?
Oh dear.
Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further.
Okay, well, it looks like I'm going through the front.
It's Mr. Stanley Kemp. He has the serious and worn-out facial...
Alright, do I talk to him first?
How can I help you?
The toilet door.
There's a door to the outside in the gents' lavatories. Why is it bolted?
That door doesn't even have a lock.
So you didn't lock the door?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Have you seen Arthur Tillett?
I thought he were with you.
He went to the lavatory and has not returned.
That sounds like Arthur Tillett. Don't worry, lass. He'll be back.
Thanks for your time.
Really?
As you were.
Okay, look, something's going amiss here. Something's really going amiss. Let's head on outside and go around the back and see what's going. Oh boy. Chills.
Excuse
To
me,
the
sir.
high. Don't go into an alley with a person, a random person. Oh my god.
I could tether a horse here if I had one. The post has been embellished with a fine bronze bust of a horse. Sturdy-looking barrels, no doubt used to store ale.
Just outside in the alley? Sure. There's a bit of wood there.
The door leads into the rear of the inn.
And the
It's
window.
the small window to the lavatories. Surely Mr. Tillett could not have squeezed through that gap. A warm glow permeates from within, making me feel somewhat cold and damp.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright, well, there's a bit of
beam
wood.
of wood is propped up against the door, barring it closed from the outside.
And a
A
glove.
single glove is lying in the mud.
Okay, so this has turned into a mystery more than anything.
Someone has wedged the door shut. Mr. Tillett. Why would he have done that?
Are you going to remove it? Well, shelved it, apparently.
Did Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him?
Hang on.
Something strange is going on here.
Was the room this red when we came in here last time?
Who was that old chap I saw outside the alley? He headed eastward. Maybe I could catch up with him and ask him if he saw Mr. Tillett.
Okay, let's head back outside. But that room was really, really red.
A pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing. Seems rather out of place here. Peculiar.
Oh boy, I'm getting the chills. Why are we doing this in the middle of the night? That's what I like
Sir?
to ask. Oh, the lights went off. The lights went off.
A humble local.
Humble local dwelling.
The old man has disappeared into the darkness. I'd best turn back to the inn.
Jesus. A figure slips into the mist.
I don't wish to go knocking door to door.
Alright, well, let's go back to the inn. Ah.
Last orders.
I should
Okay.
get some sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for tomorrow.
God.
Good evening, sir.
He's not going to respond to me now, is he? Looks like everyone else has gone. Let's just double check the room once again, making sure no one's left anything behind. Yeah, everything looks pretty much similar to as how we left it.
There's
Stanley.
nothing else I wish to discuss at the moment.
Walk up to the guy, say that to his face, and then walk off. I dare you.
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. I should get some sleep.
Yeah, right. Let's get some sleep. Oh, perhaps a little more time in front of the fire.
A
Perhaps.
lovely place to warm oneself.
I wonder if there's anything else that we
The
can
crackling
do.
fireplace is more welcoming than the facial expressions of the locals. A lovely place to warm.
Is there
The inn
genuinely...
is closing soon. And no, Mr. Shoulder. I should get some sleep.
Okay, no, it's kind of forcing me to go to bed, but
The inn is closed. I should get... Kenneth will be around.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay. I don't know why it's giving me this option. It should really just take me
Yes, I
to
must
get some sleep.
sleep. I shall track down Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
Perhaps it gives me time to investigate the rest of this room.
Bateman,
Yes?
off to bed?
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Ah, don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewley.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
There we go. Alright, looks like it's our first night in Bewley. The atmosphere gives me chills. The artwork is pixelated, but it's great. It's giving a very What? Oh, I've got goosebumps. Oh, why does this animation look weird? I've got geese bumps. What? What? The first day at Ventus. We've completed the first day. What was that about? What's going on? Holy crap. I've got chills. At least it's not
Such
raining.
horrid dreams.
Oh, that cat. That cat. Oh boy. Locked?
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night.
How did the cat get in then?
As I suspected, I must have dreamt of that wretched-looking cat. I
mean-
must say I'm relieved. Right then. Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this barrow.
Oh. Missed the last bit. But, let's maybe have another look around this place, right? Drawers, can we still open them?
Jammed shut.
No.
The
Candlestick?
candle has melted. It's not much use anymore. Perhaps
Okay.
Mr. Kemp will replace it this evening. I don't want to take the paint. A painting of surprising, perhaps a low. That candle. A decorative plate.
Okay, so
I've
everything's
stored my a box. I've hung my aside from.
everything's pretty much the same as last
I
time.
don't wish to carry.
So let's just head them down. Okay, double clicking gets you places
Good morning,
faster.
Miss Bateman.
Good day, Stanley.
Alright, let's have a look around. First we'll head into the bathroom again just to make
I
sure.
must say, last night has rather put me off using these toilets.
Great. Good. I was just gonna check, see whether anything new's popped up. Mr. Stanley.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
Or do we want to tell him about the cat? Or do we want to be polite? I kind of want to tell him about the cat.
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert. Oh, he's a harmless thing.
Herbert.
He comes in now and then searching for scraps.
Indeed. Seeing him in the lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
The mind is capable of manifesting frightful things, Miss Bateman. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp.
Lovely.
I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
Is it safe to do it?
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss Bateman.
That's not what I...
Now, say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Stanley's a good chap. I feel
Miss
like...
Bateman,
Oh?
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were. I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass.
Oh.
I do know of Hobbs Barrow.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned.
I knew it. I knew it.
Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Let's ask the right questions.
Why lie to me about Hobbs Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
Fine, fair enough.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Fine, fair enough.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Okay. Where's Hobbs Barrow?
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well. Don't forget that.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Bewley folk mean well, but doesn't mean they'll treat you well. This story is very interesting. It's very linear, and yet at the same time, I'm not sure whether I'm missing anything by choosing the wrong questions, or perhaps I'm choosing... Perhaps there are multiple powerful lines, multiple endings, but I might not be choosing the right one. I don't know. Let's find out.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it.
I like
I've a
that
few hours
attitude.
until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Is that... What is that on the wall, though? What's this? Ah, strange. What about you, mister?
Hello.
What's with the pirouettes?
My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
Himself?
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves.
Lovely.
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Quite.
A man of not many words. That's what you
Do
are.
you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
What? I don't know out about Okay, I don't know anything about no Leonard Shoulder. Okay. The accent
What
is
can you tell me
spot
about
on.
Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
Jeez.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see. Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
A man of not many words, like I said. But let's head on down the alley and see whether we've missed anything. Doesn't look like we have, so let's probably head back out and figure out where all that hitting and clanging sounds coming from. Actually, we do know where that's coming from. That's coming straight from the blacksmith. This I was not expecting. Let's go talk to a child.
Yes?
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Douglas.
Douglas? Hey, Mom, I'm just going to introduce myself to your kid right here in front of you. Not going to talk to you or make eye contact with you at all. I'm just going to introduce myself to your kid and ask him all sorts of complex questions about people that I was meant to meet with, and he may not know at all.
That's a great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
The lantern worm. Ah, the plot thickens.
What is the lantern worm?
It's gonna come back and get us all.
Oh,
John
is it?
Lambton thought he killed it at the River Ware, but my father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
The lantern worm isn't real, Douglas. Father just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck. Like a giant eel it were. I ran home so fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Brother, I thought he was
Children
his
often
son.
do at his age.
I'll keep training. You will all thank me when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
Douglas, this lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
Ha. Alright, what
Do
can you
you
tell me
like
in
living
Bewley?
in Bewley?
Yeah, I do. Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the steam puff up into the sky.
Have you been on the train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewley.
Perhaps this nice lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
No, I need to stay and protect Bewley from the lantern worm.
The lantern worm. Oh my god, this kid's precious.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
Alright, what about Hobbs Barrow?
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A
Okay.
local burial mound.
I guess
Our
not.
parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas.
Just swing your sword, Douglas.
Who's Mr. Crozier?
He's a blacksmith. His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
I'll be a master swordsman by then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
A master swordsman by the age of 12. Well, we'll see about that.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty.
She's an she's a teenager. You can just tell she's a teenager. Just the way she replies you as an adult. She's definitely a teenager.
What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique. I'm to watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless.
This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
Oh,
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
what about Hobbs
What do
Barrow?
you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So you
Fair
know
enough.
of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Oh my god, teenagers. Can't stand them. Oh. Alright, nothing else has changed. Let's go talk to the blacksmith.
Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
Well, let's introduce ourselves.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye, can I help you?
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forged before mine.
Alright,
How
let's...
is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Well, there we go.
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
There you go.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors. Can't tell you out more than that.
Thank you,
What
Mr.
is
Crozier.
out? Can't tell you out more than that.
Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
Oh, that last sentence there. That was just a little bit deeper, a little bit slower, as though he's intentionally trying to catch your attention. Gotta pick up on all these things.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
You.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
Well, he's heard about London, the capital city of where you're from. Jesus.
When do market days run in Bewley?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
How delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be naught to interest a young lady.
I don't mind a cabbage.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Alright, so looks like... Ooh, fossil.
Alas, it is not mine to take. A fantastic specimen.
A fossil? Can we
Good
ask him
day.
about the fossil?
Yes?
Fossil!
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, aye. I collect them. This one is called an...
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, aye. Well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Oh, that was
Quite.
another grave
Thanks for your
warning.
time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
That was another grave warning right there.
The blacksmith is right.
So maybe we go see the church. I think that's what we need to do next. Oh, look at this. It's pretty. There's flowers and a trowel. All mine for the taking.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just
Lovely.
be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Here, here. Alright, we've picked up a trowel.
In memory of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet.
Oh,
In memory of Henry Crozier. In
Wait.
memory of Millicent Smith. In memory of Benjamin Garkham. In memory of Mabel Hurst. In memory of William Ager.
hang on.
In memory of Peter Black.
This is pretty cool that
In memory of Percival Roach.
that each of the memorial plaques.
In memory of Barnaby Tillett. In memory of George Paxton.
It is pretty cool that each of the plaques are individually inscribed. That's pretty cool. I like it. I like that a lot. Kicks. What's
A
this?
fine assortment of baked goods. A lovely treat for those who enjoy such things.
Okay. Can we grab one?
Unfortunately, I don't think the cakes are free.
Oh, I haven't had breakfast yet.
Hello?
Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
I don't have any money. Yes, I'd like to buy a cake. Actually, do I have any money?
Yes, I'd like to buy a cake.
Wonderful. I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Curses. I have no more money.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry. I can't give them away for free.
Look, I
The
understand
money
that.
goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand.
Well, we'll go
My
through
name is Thomasina.
the list
What's
real
yours?
quickly.
Mrs. de Plancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
Fair enough.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire county.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Okay.
Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard. What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
Where can I find him?
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Aha.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
He's going for exercise in the woods by himself. That's a strange thing to do. Let's ask about
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
Alright, let's end the conversation there.
Lord be with you.
For now. Right, let's maybe head to the church and see whether there's anything going on there. There's two doors. That's strange. And there's the exit. Okay, let's head into the first door and see what the church is like.
Goodness me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
Jeez, this is beautiful. This is really nice. I like it, but unfortunately that's all the time we've got for today. It's been a slow game, but the story has been very interesting so far. There are lots of dialogues and lots of dialogue choices, and I'm not sure if there's going to be multiple endings. Someone look this up, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know if it does have multiple endings, and kind of really want to know how you get, or how you go about getting those endings. It's as it seems the game currently is fairly linear, so everything you do sort of leads back into where you should go, what you need to do. But at the moment I'm just curious to see whether there are multiple endings, mainly because we had a few choices earlier on in the game. I would give this a try if you've got it on your Humble Bundle for the April choice bundle of 2024. Give it a download, give it a shot. It seems like a fun game at the moment. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I love point and click games. It reminds me of the old enormous games or enormous entertainment games like Putt Putt and Freddy the Fish and all that, just Pajama Sam. This is very reminiscent of those kinds of games, but I know behind every corner there's something there. There's a horror, there's a scare jump waiting to come out at me, and I feel it. I feel the goosebumps. But anyways, that's all the time we've got for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. My name is R35olution. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you saw and want to see more, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks, bye.